let's talk about global emissions and global warming. We are way off target when it comes to how dire things are. That is what a new report from the United Nations says about cutting greenhouse gas emissions and avoiding the worst threats of climate change, like drought, floods, and fires. Our national environmental correspondent, David Schechter, joins me now. David, the report was just released at the top of the hour. What are the headlines? What are you seeing?
Vlad, really it's this phrase, technically possible. So the UN is saying that in order for the world to achieve its emissions targets, which are ambitious, it is still technically possible. But the reality of what the report paints is that it's really not, that nations of the world have committed to reducing their emissions with what they call ambitions. But in reality, we are very far away from hitting this 1.5 degrees of warming, which is this magic number, because it's bad, but it would avoid the worst of climate change. Really, what we're on track for right now, the UN is telling us, is 3 degrees of warming, which is significantly more painful with all those things that you talked about, with drought and flood and fires and sea level rise. So the headline here is that we are way off target.
All right, then. So dire. What do we do, David?
I've got the solution right here. Well, actually, so the nations of the world, so 1.5 is that number. Really, now the next idea is, can the world keep it to 2? Sort of, that's the informal way to look at this. And every year, the nations of the world get together. This year, they'll be in November in Azerbaijan. And there will be a lot of pressure there for the countries who have made these pledges to really step up and meet them and really have, cut in half their emissions by 2030. So a lot of work to do behind the words that countries have given. And so will that happen? I don't know. But at that time, and again, another ratcheting up of this problem is getting more intense, it's getting worse, and countries need to be responsible for their emissions.
As you know, the vice president has called climate change an existential threat. Former President Donald Trump has called it a hoax. It's very difficult to get something done when you have, half the country believing one thing and another half believing another. But the question becomes, for those folks who believe in climate change, David, but say, well, why should the United States have to cut its emissions if countries like China and India are not making any inroads in doing that? If the United States were able to, if the Democrats were able to win the White House and win control of Congress and push through some meaningful climate legislation, any little bit is good, but in the grand scheme of things, how much would that help if you have other countries, in some cases who are bigger than the United States, who are still emitting pollutants into the air?
So many good questions there, Vlad. So I think the first thing is you look at the list and you see that China is above the United States, not by a lot. So they're the biggest emitter. We shouldn't care about them. But historically, like since the industrial times and before China became this juggernaut economically, we as a country have emitted way more carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide goes up into the atmosphere and it stays there for hundreds of years. So our contribution cumulatively is much larger than anyone else's in the world. And so the election and what happens in the election and how this is dealt with, two totally different perspectives, is going to make a big difference on whether the United States continues to meet its emissions goals and its targets as we go to these meetings in Azerbaijan.
Yeah, it's incredibly important, David, and I just think that in a world where we are repeating over and over again images and showing images of a former president at McDonald's, and whether or not somebody grew up in a middle-class household, this is something that is going to be my child's problem, your children's problems, everybody's children's problem. It really is disconcerting to see this report. Thank you for reporting on it, David. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.